Welcome to this gentle adult yoga class. Let's find a comfortable seat on our mat. Wriggling the buttocks flush away and sitting up nice and tall. Let's rise the shoulders up to the ears and let them down with a sigh. Inhale the shoulders up, exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more, shoulders up, exhale. And notice how that makes you feel. The shoulders down and the back of the neck long. Let's rotate the head and rotate back the other way. And come back to stillness. Let the ear get heavy. Come towards your shoulder. Inhale up and over to the other side. Go to the first side again. If you want to ramp it up, you're going to push the heel of your hand away and stretch the underside of your arm. And back to center and ear to shoulder and push the heel of your hand away. Come back to center, first side. This time we make a 5-finger pointer, pointing the fingers down, reaching the back of the hand away. And down, and ear to shoulder, and pointing the fingers down. And back to center. This time we'll rotate the head and look over the shoulder once again, and then bring the chin down to the chest. Come on back up and go the other way, and tuck your chin. Inhale back up, first side. This time when we tuck our chin, we're now going to roll the chin up, bringing the back of the head towards the back of the shoulder. Bring the ear to the shoulder and come on up. Turn towards your shoulder, tuck your chin. Roll the head back, lifting the chin. Bring your ear to your shoulder and inhale up. Let's make a little infinity sign with the nose. And reverse. And relax. Let's open the eyes wide, open the mouth wide, give the face a stretch. And relax. And open. Relax. Open. And relax. Let's squeeze everything together. Lips, eyes. And release. And squeeze. And release. And one more time. Squeeze. And release. And just blink your eyes. Take a nice deep breath, sitting up tall, shoulder blades down. Let's reach the arms out like we've got two doorknobs, and we're going to open those doors, rotating the doorknobs. Feel those arms stretching, feel the lines of energy from your heart out through your hands. And then we'll just bring the arms in and out this way. And then we'll turn the palms up and we'll touch our shoulders. Lying down. Let's stop traffic. Spread the fingers wide. And then let's claw the air. And sprinkle water. And maybe we can sprinkle some water over here. And sprinkle some water over here. And back to center and circle the wrists. And we'll circle the wrists the other way. And we'll circle from the elbows. And circle back. And come to stillness, feel the energy from your head to your fingertips. Let's come into a nice, easy spinal twist. Back to center and twist the other way. Back to the first side. Final twist. And second side. And back to center. Take a breath and notice how you feel. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and we'll butterfly the knees. And then we'll stretch the legs out. Sitting in Dandasana, we'll squeeze and spread the toes. And point and flex the ankles. And circle the ankles. And circle the ankles the other way. And windshield wiper the legs. And you can come down onto your elbows for this, or even lie down. Let's paw the air. Let's go in the other direction. And down, and we'll bring the other leg in and we'll paw the air. And go the other way. And down. And let's come all the way down and bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. And let's place the feet flat on the floor, bring the hands underneath the butt. And then we'll stretch the legs out. Coming into water wheel, we'll bring the knees into the chest. And stretch those legs up tall. And either put the feet on the floor and straighten the legs, or lower the legs nice and slow. And you can come all the way to the floor, or just hover, keeping your belly pressed back towards your spine, supporting your lower back, no pain. Inhale. Stretch up. Reach out. Hover if you like. And in. Reach. Lower. Nice and slow. Hover. Knees into chest. And press out the other way. If inhaling up doesn't work for you, bring your knees into your chest and then stretch them up. Then you could be hovering with the legs as you press them out, or you could be sliding your heels along the floor. Last one, let's hover, or not. And bring those knees back in. Wriggle your arms out, give yourself a hug, and a little rock from side to side. And we'll go into our spinal rock and roll if you can. If not, you could just continue rocking the legs up and down. Otherwise, we inhale up. And exhale. Again, you could just stop here, or inhaling up and coming over into a bit of a plot. Inhaling up. If that doesn't work, again, you could just lie on your back and just wave your legs in the air. And we'll come back up to Dandasana, but I guess it's not Dandasana anymore with the feet on the floor. We'll come into our boat pose. So we're going to bring the legs together, hands behind you, lift your heels or lift your knees, reach your arms out. You choose the level of challenge that's right for you. We're straightening the legs, but we haven't warmed up enough, so maybe not yet. Even though we did a bunch of straight leg work, still feels tight to me in here. I'm sticking with the bent knees. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And bring those legs in, give yourself a hug. So you get nice and tall, we'll come into a spinal twist. This is your chance to recoup. Body can slow back down. And back into your variation, whichever one you're doing. And again, maybe your variation is just with the heels off the floor, that's fine. Or with your hands behind you. And let's bring those legs in, give yourself a hug, holding with one arm and spinning in the other direction. And back to center. Bring the hands to the floor one more time, lift the legs. Give yourself a hug and roll back down. Take a few breaths in Shavasana. And place your feet on the floor to roll over onto your stomach and press back into child. We'll bring the legs to parallel. So doing child with the legs parallel rather than the knees out to the side. We'll do a little flow series here. We're going to inhale into dog tilt and round into cat stretch. Lower the belly, lift the tailbone and the head. Exhale back into child. Take a full breath between each set. Inhale up, dog, round into cat. Inhale, dog. Exhale, child. Full breath in and out. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the head. Tuck the tailbone, draw the belly out. Lower the chest and lower the waist. And press back into child, full breath. Last one. Inhale, lift, round, lift, and press back into child. Let's lift the head and walk the hands around to one side. And come back to center and walk around the other way. Inhale back into table for our spinal twist. And reach up and slide that arm through. And if you'd like a little more challenge, you're going to take your leg and place it at a right angle. And then reach up and grab your shin or calf or whatever And scoot your lower shoulder forward a little more, tuck your chin and look up. So you're using the hand on the leg to help you twist. You can even rotate the upper arm from the shoulder, slide that one around, and see if you can find your hip crease. We call this a bound twist. Nice full breaths here, lots of space for breath, which is unusual because a lot of twists are hard to breathe in. And release, bring that leg back in. Inhale, stretch up, and come on back down, and then turn around. Let's reach the other way, and slide through. You can stay here, or send your leg out at a right angle, pressing into the ball of the foot. Reach up and grab whatever you can, scooting your bottom shoulder forward a little bit, tuck your chin, look up, and add an arm. Full deep breath, and if you want a little more challenge, rotate from the shoulder, palm goes away, and slide that hand around behind you, find your hip crease, helping you spin even more. This is a lovely pose for deep breaths. And unwind, bring your leg back in, stretch up, and come back into child. We're going to come forward again and down onto our elbows. Okay, here's the way to go. Hug your elbows so that your wrists bend and your hands are holding the outside of your arms. And then bring your hands together, creating a triangle shape with your arms. Take a nice deep breath. And if you want to come up higher, scoot your legs out behind you and lower your hips. So you're now in a nice forearm plank. Tuck the tailbone, draw the lower abdominals in, feel your shoulder blades sliding flat on your back. Smile and breathe. Put your knees on the floor if you need to. You want your upper arms vertical, shoulders right over elbows. Let's bring the knees back down and press back into child. Bring your arms behind you to relax your shoulders. And inhale up into table once again. We're going to come into a lunge. Bring the right foot through. Walk that as far forward as you like, keeping the knee over the heel. Trying to open that back hip. Come onto your fingertips. Or onto your thigh. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Coming into goddess. Feeling the shoulder blades again nice and flat. The chest broadening, the spine lengthening. Bringing the palms together, coming into steeple. So I'm giving you lots of options. You can stay with anyone you like. Lifting the heart and arcing back. And opening into warrior twist. Come on back down and come back into Balasana. Let's inhale up into table, bring the other knee through, walking that as far forward as you like. Coming onto your fingertips, slide your shoulder blades down your back and shine from your heart, or come up onto your thigh, becoming more vertical here. Bringing the arms into goddess. Again, you choose the option that works for you. Coming into steeple with the opposite thumb in front. Looking straight ahead or bringing the heart forward and the chest up. Coming into an arched variation. And let's open up into warrior twist. And windmill back down and back into child. And let's come to standing through downward facing dog. So coming back into table, walking your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. Turn the toes over. Coming into a dog tilt here. Press into the base of your index finger, press into the base of your big toe. Lift your knees and we'll hover for a breath or two. And then inhale, lift the hips and press back. And you can pedal one heel down and press the other knee forward. And then change sides. And one more time. Remember, if you get tired, you can always come back into table. Let's lift both heels, lift the tailbone, press those heels down. Dig into the base of your fingers and feel your armpits pulling away. Opening the armpits, flattening the shoulder blades on the back. Drawing the belly in and lifting the tailbone. And slowly make your way to the middle of your mat in Uttanasana. Walk around to one side. And walk around the other way. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your sacrum and slowly lengthen your spine as you come up, pressing into your heels. Coming into Tadasana. Taking a few breaths here. Let's lift the toes and spread them wide. Ground through the base of the big toe, the ball of the big toe, inner and outer heel. Eyes are open or closed. It's called bamboo in the wind, just a gentle swaying forward and back, side to side, noticing your balance. into stillness. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Grab one wrist and we'll pull over to one side. Inhale up, grab the opposite wrist and pull yourself over. Inhale tall, float the arms halfway, spinal twist. And back to center and spinal twist the other way. And back to center and down. Let's step the feet just a little bit wider, just for a little more stability. We're going to do a spinal breathing. Gonna bring the elbows up, hands close to your head. And exhale and curling, rounding the spine, bending the knees slightly. Inhale, bring the elbows out. Looks like you're stretching in the morning. Exhaling, rounding the body, bending the knees, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, stretching out like you're pulling taffy, lifting the chest, straightening the legs. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, stretching out. Going at your own pace, slow, deep breaths. And come back to stillness. I'm just going to move my mat for a second here. It does tend to shift. Let's step out to a 5-pointed star. And we'll do our lovely flow series here. Going into warrior one, warrior twist, and lunge. Ready? I'm going to turn to the right, swinging the legs, the hips, reaching up if that works for your arms. Take the heel off the floor, spinning the body. Bringing your hands to your heart, and this is the hard one, so you can stay up if you like, or very gently bringing your knee to the floor. You can use your arms to help you inhale back up into your twist. Place your heel back on the floor. Come back into your warrior one, whatever arm version works for you. Open into goddess pose. Then come back to your 5-pointed star. We'll go the other way. Swinging to the left. Repositioning your hips and legs. Choosing your arm position, looking forward or up. Lifting the back heel, coming into a lunge position, opening into warrior twist. Bring your hands to your heart, stay here, or very gently come down into a lunge. Use your arms to help you. Come on back up. Place your heel back down as you transition back into Virabhadrasana 1. And open into Goddess. A lot of repositioning of feet in this one. And back into 5-pointed star. And toe heel. Before quietly jump back to Tadasana. Great. I'm going to come off my mat for balancing pose. You can stay on or off, whatever you like. I'm going to do stork pose, real easy. Finding Tadasana. Shift our weight over, lift one heel, add some arms, find your drishti, draw your belly in and up, and if it works for you, that foot up off the floor. Back down. Take a breath, ground yourself as you switch your weight, pick up your heel, find your drishti. When you feel stable, pick that foot up. Everybody's got a better side. And down, shake it out, and come melt down onto your mats, on your backs. Your breaths here. And let's walk our feet in towards our buttocks, preparing for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Bring your hands at your sides. Take a nice deep breath, press into your heels, and begin to lift your hips up. Coming up one vertebra at a time. I don't know if you could actually do any other option. The way the body's built. But anyway. Keeping the neck nice and relaxed, the face relaxed. All the work is in the legs and the hips. Maybe the weight comes all the way onto the shoulders. You can wriggle your shoulders underneath you and come into Yoga Mudra. Mm. Keep ramping it up as you breathe and open the body. You'll realize that you can go further. And we'll slowly roll back down, wriggle your shoulders out, round yourself down, soften into the mat. Give yourself a hug. And pick your favorite inversion. You might just go for nice, easy legs and arms, or you could do legs up the wall or up the chair, or put a prop underneath your butt for a candlestick, a waterfall. We'll stay here for at least a minute. And bring your legs back in, give yourself another hug. Press out into happy baby. We're going to roll to one side till the leg lands on the floor. And then we'll bring the other leg in on top of it. Inhale, lifting the leg, pulling the legs apart as far as you can. And when you can't go any further, roll onto your back. And then roll the other way. When one leg comes to the floor, then the other leg closes over it. Pull the top leg away from the bottom leg as far as you can. When you can't go any further, roll onto your back. Coming into happy baby. And then roll to one side. Lower that leg down. Inhale, lift the leg. Opening up as far as you can. Coming into that nice, big, wide, happy baby. And then rolling the other way. And once the leg touches the floor, then the other leg comes down on top. Inhale back into happy baby. And bring the legs in. Give yourself a hug. Bring the soles of the feet together, hands inside your legs, pulling your elbows out to your knees and your ankles in towards your torso. Release the hands, bring the legs back in, press them out at a right angle, and lower the legs down to one side. Making a right angle with your legs, stacking one knee on top of the other, and then opening away from your legs. Inhale back towards your legs, come back to center, give yourself a hug. And then square those legs and lower them the other way. Turn your head away from your knees. Inhale back to center, give yourself one more hug. So we're going to go into Shavasana. And at the end of Shavasana, we have an option to meditate. You can stay in Shavasana, you can do the meditation while lying down, or you can sit up. You can stay here as long as you like. If you'd like to sit up to meditate, bring your feet flat on the floor. And roll to one side. And find a way to sit comfortably with a nice straight spine. You can be sitting on a pillow or in a chair or on the floor, whatever works for you. And we're using our breath as our anchor. And if it works for you, you can use the skin right below your nose. If that doesn't work, maybe the breath moving in and out of your nostril, or even the movement of your belly or chest. So we're going to allow the awareness to stay with that focal point. And if the mind wanders, which it will, at some point you will realize that the mind has wandered and bring your awareness gently and lovingly back to your focal point. We'll meditate for about 2 minutes. Close your eyes or look downcast. Let the practice go. And when you're ready, slowly come back into the room. Namaste.